Hi guys, I know we don't usually do these sort of videos, but this is kind of something that's kind of about the day that's kind of slightly annoyed us all. So a few weeks ago we had a customer's car in for a service and MOT, a small service, interim service. The car was in, the customer had been in before, so we brought it at the ramp, put an oil flush in it, checked it over. So it's a 2015 or 16 Clio. We've got two broken springs. The rear brakes are pretty badly seized, the drums, they won't turn, so it needs two front springs and the rear brake strip cleaned and adjusted and some various other bits. So for the interim service we charge an hour's labour, which is £49 plus VAT. Your Miller's oil flush, Miller's engine oil, then your coolant, screen wash, everything's all included in that. So I think for there's cabin filter as well, sorry, so all in you're talking about £140–50 for a small service and MOT in a Clio, which is fairly competitive round where you are. So we called this customer and said, look, we're in the middle of doing your service, the car's going to need a couple of bits to get through the MOT. So the front springs were an hour aside plus the parts, and it was an hour to strip and clean the rear brakes. So it's 3 hours in total, which is perfectly reasonable. We don't rip people off for parts. So one of the guys phoned the customer and said, look, you need this. She then starts going off on one saying that we're a rip-off, that she can get a service and MOT done for less than £100. Well, that's fine, but you know what we charge, you've been in here before. Now, our parts for a service are probably £40 or £50 because we don't use cheap nasty stuff. We use what we would use in our own cars. It's like the same as these places that advertise an MOT for £20. An MOT tester gets paid, what, £13–14 an hour? So a place that does for £20, they're clearly only doing it to get you in the door and then rip you off, but we don't do that. We like all our customers, we get on well with them. But after this woman's attitude, but like accusing us of being rip-offs and that, we're like, we don't really want to work on your car, so we just kind of basically made some excuses and said, look, you'll need to take it somewhere else, because if you don't trust us, we don't really want you as a customer. We've got a good reputation, we're so grateful to all our customers. So we just charged the women for the MOT, which is £45. I think the RRP is meant to be £56. Then for our oils and stuff, the total was £113. Because we had already done the oil change by this point. So that was 3 weeks ago. The customer was meant to come and collect her car, and she hadn't, it was just lying there. So next thing you know, today we've got two sheriff's officers in, and they're from the women's finance company to repossess the car. I'm like, well, what about our bill? Like, we owed money on this here. And well, the women's just told us that the car's here and we have to come and get it. And we did check, and turns out the guys were right, and we did have to give them the car, but we're out the money. So phoned the customer to try and get the money. No answers. Went round, shut the door, myself and Kirsty, and just said, look, can we get paid? And we just got another mouthful of abuse. And I think that's shocking, because we're never out to rip anybody off, we're here to help you. And why do people think they can take advantage of a local business? If the woman was struggling on financial difficulty, why not tell us before she came in, or whatever? We're reasonable. We'll always try and help our customers where we can, but I just think the woman's behaviour was disgusting. Just basically try to rip us off for the money, and that's that. We don't usually do these videos, but I just thought we'd post it up, and as a kind of warning to other businesses. I think the woman's name is Louise Murray from St Leonard's in Kilbride, so if she comes into your business, make sure you get the money up front, because she is a horrible, nasty woman. Thanks for listening, guys.